These are the 5 things you need to know and must be watching out for the Pittsburgh Steelers 2023 training camp, which officially started July 26th, which is today. So, Steelers football is officially back. The players are back on the field practicing and training, getting ready for the upcoming season. In 2 weeks' time, it will be the start of preseason. And then, in 4 weeks' time, the start of the regular season. So, this is the most exciting time for fans getting to see the players back in action after a long break. And these are the 5 things you need to know and must watch out for training camp. The first thing you need to know and must watch out for, I'm going to combine the two. It is if Matt Canada will make offensive adjustments and will Kenny Pickett develop. So, for example, I'm combining the two because the big storyline has been Matt Canada. Will he make adjustments to the offense? Will he allow Kenny Pickett to make changes at the line, kind of call his own plays at times? And the whole story of the offseason was Mason Rudolph hinting in OTAs there are new things in the offense that just hasn't been shown yet. And for example, Kenny Pickett said on multiple podcasts and interviews that he expects to be a different offense this season and have more control and kind of call plays on his own sometimes. And now in the 2-minute drill and in training camp when the offense is going against the defense in 7 shots and stuff like that, we'll be able to see if Kenny Pickett is actually calling his own plays or is he getting it all from Matt Canada. So this is something to look out for. Will Matt Canada make adjustments and allow Kenny Pickett to grow into the offense and be better this upcoming season? The second thing to watch out for is basically who will be playing the dime linebacker position, because Keanu Neal mentioned many times that he's been moving from safety to linebacker and playing multiple positions. But will he actually be the dime linebacker? Is he in competition with Cole Holcomb and others? Let's see how the safety package develops. Will they have 3 safeties on the field at once to allow Keanu Neal to play linebacker? Or was that all talk and the Steelers are going to stick to actual linebacker playing dime linebacker, or are they going to move their safety to linebacker? That's a big story, and we'll be able to see that more as training camp goes along, as preseason goes along. But Keanu Neal, there's been big talk about him moving to linebacker and safety to be more versatile in the Steelers' defense. Speaking of versatile, the third thing that you should be watching out for and need to know is how versatile is Patrick Peterson. The whole talk of the spring and the offseason has been Patrick Peterson apparently playing more slot, playing more safety, not just outside cornerback, which he's been used to in his career. When he first came over in his press conference, in his interview, he said the first thing basically he talked to Mike Tomlin about was moving all around the field and apparently playing the slot position a lot. But now, as the spring goes along, we'll be able to see if Patrick Peterson is just an outside cornerback, or are the Steelers actually moving him around to the slot position and to the safety position? He's been a roamer basically the last few years of his career. His first, obviously, in his career, he's been a shutdown corner, but the last few years, he's been getting more interceptions, being able to play 10 yards back from the wide receiver, read the quarterback's eyes, and jump the ball. So that's the thing to look out for, not just Keanu Neal moving to linebacker, but will Patrick Peterson be versatile in his own right and move to slot and move to safety and just move all around the defense? Who knows? Let's see what this training camp and preseason holds for him as well. Now, the fourth thing you need to know and start paying attention about is, will the Steelers work more tight ends and multiple options? For example, the Steelers now have a stack of tight ends on their roster. They have Pat Freiermuth as their number 1. They have Darnell Washington, they have Zach Gentry, and they even have Connor Hayward on the team right now. Those guys are the tight ends. Connor Hayward more than likely will move to fullback, but they have 4 tight ends on the roster who are capable of making plays. And now, how will they use that? Will they go to 12 personnel and 13 personnel and have the Pittsburgh Steelers stack up on tight ends, having 3 tight ends on the field at once, 2 tight ends on the field at once with wide receivers, not just for the run game, but for the pass game? It's going to be exciting to see how they're using all these guys, because we've seen Pat Freiermuth make plays. We've seen towards the end of the year Connor Hayward make plays. Zach Gentry is more used for the running game, but he could also make plays here and there. And now adding Darnell Washington to the mix, he's a huge tight end, both for the run game and the pass game, which he succeeded at the college level. So how will Matt Canada, how will the tight end coach, how will the offense in general use all these tight ends to the Steelers' advantage? Will they go to a big personnel to help run the game for Najee Harris, or will they go to a big personnel in the pass game and create mismatches all around the field? Let's see how they use all these guys to the advantage of the Steelers this season, and we'll see that more than likely be used in training camp, because if they're not going big personnel and testing it out against their dominant defense of their own, they probably won't use it as much during the season. So we'll really see how much the Steelers plan on using those tight ends they all picked up this offseason. Next, the fifth thing you need to know is, will Nick Herbig be an edge or will he play inside linebacker? For the most part, he's an edge. That's what he played at the college level. But at the press conference done after the Steelers selected him, even though the linebackers coach and the defense coordinator were asked about his position and they mentioned him as edge, they said eventually he may be able to play inside linebacker as well. And that has been the big question. Will he be inside linebacker or the edge? I believe he suits best at the edge position, but many others believe that he probably would be better as an inside linebacker because he's not a big guy and he's very undersized. But his production at the college level, getting sacks, that's his go-to move. Getting sacks on the quarterback, getting the quarterback. He hasn't really been able to guard players at the college level because he really has not been asked to do so. So my opinion is there's no really point of moving him positions if he's really good at outside linebacker and off the edge. He could get bigger, he could get stronger, and as he develops more to the NFL, he'll be able to produce. So I believe he should not play inside linebacker and stick to edge, but the question is, will the Steelers view him as an inside linebacker or an edge? It'll really be telling this offseason to see where he lines up. Will he line up as a third or fourth outside linebacker or compete with Cole Holcomb, Elandon Roberts, Mark Robinson, on all those other guys for inside linebacker? Let's see where Nick Herbig lines up in training camp. So those are the 5 things you need to know and must be paying attention for and looking out for the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp of 2023. And even though I said I'm going to give you 5 things, I'll give you guys one more. But I'm going to talk about it very lightly because I might make another video about this. It's the camp battles going on. And will Joey Porter Jr., Corey Trice Jr., Broderick Jones, will they be ready for week 1 and be able to start right away? Will Broderick Jones be able to beat out Dan Moore Jr.? Will Joey Porter Jr. be able to beat out Levi Wallace and become starters? And can Corey Trice Jr. play right away and not just be thrown in the back of the depth chart? Will all these guys be able to play week 1? These are another thing to watch out for. And will Broderick Jones get starting reps? Will Joey Porter Jr. get starting reps in training camp? Or will the guys who they had from last season stick to it? So that's the honorable mention, but these are the 5 things you need to know and must watch out for this training camp that started today. With that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about the Steelers football returning? And now there's football all the way until January. There won't be 1 week where there's not Steelers football, at least practice, preseason, regular season, all of that. How do you feel about Steelers football being back? And how do you feel about all these 5 things I mentioned? Do you believe I missed out on one and there's one more thing that the Steelers fans should be looking out for? Or do you agree with all these things I mentioned? And how do you feel all of them will play out? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like Steelers content and analysis reports. Like the video. Turn on post notifications down below for this channel so you get notified whenever I post a Steelers video. So whenever I post it, you'll get notified. You'll be able to click it right away, watch it, and all the news, all the rumors, all the reports, you stay up to date right away and get notified. And this is the best spot for Pittsburgh Steelers news. As we get more into the football season and news starts coming around more and there's more things to talk about, you want to stay up to date on everything, and I'm going to cover it all. I did cover it all. This offseason, I covered all the draft process, all the free agency process and stuff like that, undrafted guys, all the new people we added. I made all kinds of videos and updates, player profiles on all those players, all the new guys. If you want to watch it, it's on the channel. Go ahead. So You know I've been covering it all, and I will be covering it all. From training camp, preseason, regular season, and beyond, repeating the whole cycle once again. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.